Schopenhauer exposed why your own intelligence is making you miserable. You've done everything you were supposed to do. You thought about things more carefully than the people around you. You analyzed your options. You made the rational choice. You planned, you prepared, you considered every angle. And somehow you're not happier than the people who didn't do any of that. In fact, you might be less happy. You might look at people who seem to cruise through life, people who don't overthink, don't analyze, don't agonize over every decision, and wonder, what do they have that I don't? About 200 years ago, a philosopher named Arthur Schopenhauer answered that question. And his answer is one of the most brutal truths in the history of philosophy. The more intelligent you are, the more you will suffer. Not because the world is harder for smart people, but because intelligence itself is a machine designed to produce suffering, and you can't turn it off. Schopenhauer noticed something about intelligent people that they almost never notice about themselves. They are addicted to thinking, and that addiction is ruining their lives. Here's what he meant. Most people experience life primarily through sensation. They eat when they're hungry. They laugh when something's funny. They feel the sun on their face and enjoy it without analyzing it. Their relationship with the world is direct. But intelligent people don't have that luxury. They experience life primarily through reflection. They don't just feel things, they think about what they feel. They don't just have experiences, they interpret experiences. Everything passes through the filter of the mind before it's allowed to reach them. And that filter, Schopenhauer argued, is the source of almost all human misery. Think about the last time you couldn't enjoy a moment because you were too busy analyzing it. A dinner with friends where you were monitoring the social dynamics instead of actually being present. A vacation where you spent more time questioning whether you were having fun than actually having fun. A compliment someone gave you that you immediately dissected for hidden motives. This is what Schopenhauer was describing. The intelligent mind doesn't just observe reality, it interrogates reality. It questions every experience before it's allowed to be enjoyed. And the result is a life lived at one remove, always thinking about living, never quite living. He wrote, "The more intelligent a person is, the more pain they experience. The person of genius suffers most of all." This wasn't flattery, it was a warning. Schopenhauer identified 3 specific ways that intelligence turns against the person who has it. And once you hear them, you'll recognize all 3 in your own life. The first is comparison. Intelligent people don't just see what they have, they see what they could have. They see alternative versions of their life, paths not taken, choices that might have led somewhere better. A person of average intelligence finishes a good meal and feels satisfied. An intelligent person finishes a good meal and wonders if the other restaurant would have been better. Gets a promotion and immediately calculates how far behind they still are. Falls in love and can't stop imagining the version of this person who doesn't have that one flaw. Schopenhauer called this the curse of imagination. The smarter you are, the more vividly you can imagine alternatives to your current reality. And every alternative you imagine diminishes your present experience. You're never fully here because your mind is always somewhere else, comparing this moment to a theoretical better one. The cruel irony is that the same ability that helps you plan, strategize, and make good decisions is the ability that prevents you from enjoying the results of those decisions. The second is the need for meaning, and this one is particularly destructive. Most people can enjoy simple pleasures without needing them to mean something. A walk in the park is just a walk. A conversation with a friend is just a conversation. But intelligent people need everything to matter. They need their work to be meaningful. They need their relationships to be profound. They need their suffering to have a purpose. Schopenhauer saw this as a form of self-torture. Because the truth he arrived at, and this is where he becomes genuinely unsettling, is that the universe doesn't provide meaning. It doesn't. Meaning is a human invention, a story we tell ourselves to make the randomness of existence bearable. Intelligent people sense this. They feel the absence of inherent meaning more acutely than anyone else. And instead of accepting it, they exhaust themselves trying to construct meaning out of a universe that offers none. They build elaborate frameworks, career goals, life philosophies, self-improvement projects, all to fill a void that can't be filled by thinking. This is why the most brilliant people you know are often the most restless. They're not searching for success, they're searching for a reason to exist. And that search, Schopenhauer argued, has no destination. The third is the most fundamental, and it's the one Schopenhauer believed separates intelligent people from everyone else most completely. Intelligent people are more aware of death, not in an abstract way, in a felt, visceral, ever-present way. They see the finitude of everything. Every beautiful moment is shadowed by the knowledge that it will end. Every relationship carries the awareness that one person will eventually lose the other. Every achievement is undercut by the question, and then what? Most people manage to suppress this awareness most of the time. They stay busy, they stay distracted. They don't look directly at the fact that everything they love will disappear. Intelligent people can't do this. Their minds are too active, too honest, too relentless. The awareness of death sits in the corner of every room they enter, and that awareness makes it very, very hard to be happy in the simple, uncomplicated way that happiness seems to require. Schopenhauer believed this was the fundamental tragedy of intelligence. The very tool that allows you to understand the world is the tool that prevents you from being at peace in it. So did Schopenhauer just give up? Did he conclude that smart people are doomed? Not exactly. His solution was stranger than you'd expect. Most self-help tells you to think positively, to reframe, to find the silver lining. Schopenhauer would have found all of that ridiculous. His approach was the opposite. Stop trying to be happy. He argued that the pursuit of happiness is itself the primary cause of unhappiness. The more you chase a positive state, the more aware you become of not having it. The more you try to feel good, the more you notice feeling bad. Happiness, for Schopenhauer, isn't something you achieve. It's something that appears in the spaces where you've stopped grasping. His first practical recommendation was the reduction of desire. Not elimination, he wasn't a monk, but reduction. He noticed that suffering is proportional to the gap between what you want and what you have. Intelligent people suffer more because they want more meaning, more understanding, more depth. Narrowing that gap isn't about getting more, it's about wanting less. His second recommendation was aesthetic absorption. Schopenhauer believed that art, music, and beauty offered something nothing else could: temporary liberation from the self. When you listen to a piece of music that moves you, something remarkable happens. The comparing mind goes quiet. The meaning-seeking stops. The awareness of death recedes. For a moment you are purely present, not thinking about the experience, having the experience. He wasn't suggesting you become an artist. He was suggesting that you seek out moments of genuine absorption, anything that quiets the relentless machine of your intelligence long enough for you to actually feel alive. It could be music, it could be nature, it could be physical movement. The key is that it bypasses the analytical mind and reaches you directly. His third and most controversial recommendation was compassion. Schopenhauer believed that the deepest source of peace isn't found in thinking about yourself at all. It's found in recognizing that everyone else is trapped in the same condition you are. Every person you meet is fighting the same battle with desire, meaning, and death. And when you truly feel this, not think it, feel it, something in you relaxes. The isolation of intelligence breaks. You're no longer the only one who sees too much. Everyone sees too much. Everyone suffers. And in that shared suffering, there's a strange, quiet comfort. Schopenhauer is often called a pessimist, and on the surface, he was. He looked at human existence and saw suffering woven into the fabric of consciousness itself. But there's something underneath his pessimism that most people miss, an extraordinary tenderness toward the human condition. He didn't write about suffering because he enjoyed it. He wrote about it because he felt it, deeply, constantly, inescapably. And he wanted the other people who felt it to know they weren't broken. If you're watching this, chances are you're one of those people. The ones who think too much. The ones who can't turn their minds off at night. The ones who feel the weight of existence more heavily than the people around them seem to. Schopenhauer's message to you isn't, cheer up. It's something more honest than that. Your suffering is real. It's not a flaw. It's the cost of seeing clearly in a world that rewards looking away. And the path forward isn't to think your way to happiness. It's to find the moments, however brief, where thinking stops and you are simply, fully alive. Those moments exist. They're waiting for you. But you have to stop looking for them. That's the paradox. And it's the only one that matters.